Today we're looking at putting together this new kit, and this is Mabel, which is 060, but we're going to build it as an 062, so we're doing a little bit of kit bashing. Just taking the boxes out, we've got the boiler certificate and the assembly sheet, box of parts. This is the first stages and more in this box here. But before we get going, we'll just run through tools that you'll need to help assemble this kit. So we've got some masking tape, some spanners, nut runners, metric in all the different sizes, screwdrivers, good assortment including the little Phillips ones, drills, drill set there which we'll just use for cleaning out holes and things, and some little files, needle files for cleaning up bits and pieces. So I like to work on a tray. I've got this white tray, and if you drop anything it stays on the tray and you can find it hopefully, rather than disappearing into the carpet. That's the plan anyway. Okay, let's make a start. So here we are, page 1. This will be the start of the build. We've got 2 sets of frames and the brackets and springs, dummy springs that go with it. So we look through the packs and see what we can find. So this is section 1 for the chassis, and we've also got all the brackets here. But in addition to all the numbered parts, you'll find you've got a pack of general O-rings and brass fittings and a pack of nuts and bolts. Now, these are quite varied, and it's useful to keep tabs on them all. And I like to put all the Phillips ones together, and then all the heads together and crossheads, and then all the nuts and bolts, so that you stand a better chance of finding them. But what I will say is, before you actually take everything out of the pack, make sure you know what the number is and have that identified, because once you've taken them out of the pack, then they're just sculling around by themselves. It can be very difficult to pin down what actually, where they're actually meant to go. So there's the little springs, there's the brackets. I'm not sure what those do yet, but we'll find out. Right, so we've sorted out the nuts and bolts into different packs. So I've got the Phillips head ones, nuts and grub screws, E-clips and hexagons. And then from those I've taken out the ones that are actually for this stage 1. So we've got one set here, these are 1.6 by 3, and then we've got 1.6 by 5 hexagon heads to hold the springs on, and the bigger ones to hold the brackets at the back there. And I've got the springs on one side already, but they need to be handed, so next time this row will have to go on this side. And they've got a little hole to drop into on the chassis, and then a bolt through from the front. So this is the motion bracket going on. This is the last part on page 1. So we've now got both sides ready to go together. We're now on to page 2. And this time we've got to start off by actually fitting the wheels. You fit the wheels into the frames and then move the frames apart, and then you can get all the stretchers in. We've just taken the paint out inside where the axle boxes fit. That little bush has to push into the chassis, and it needs to go in pretty much all the way, or otherwise the stretchers won't fit. So we're just working it on. So that's good for that wheel. And then the middle axle has this wheel set with the valve gear on it and no flanges. So we'll make sure that one fits in nicely as well. doesn't actually matter which way round the wheels go. They'll be symmetrical whichever way you do it. And once these are in, we can fit the stretchers and that'll give us a proper chassis. So moving on page 2, we've now got the wheels in with their little bearing tight in the chassis all the way along. And so as to stop the chassis moving to and fro, now we're putting in the stretchers. We've got number 1 stretcher, number 9 stretcher, and number 5 stretcher in either end of the chassis, and then this one, number 4, will eventually go on the front there. So the front stretcher's now in place. We're looking at the middle one, and that has the pivot for the pony truck at the back. We'll just line the screws up for that one. Oh, not sure I've got that in the right place. There we go. Once the first one's in, the next one's easy to line up, we hope. Now we've got the last piece to go on the front of the chassis, which should hold the front buffer beam, or pilot as they like to call it in America. Right, thanks Maddie, we've got that one the right way up now. We're moving on to doing the top section, putting the little rocker arms for the valve gear in. We'll start off by putting the grub screws in each of the little rocker arms. We've got 2 attached, and then we've got 2 here. So we'll just get the grub screws started. You've got Allen keys in the kit, and this isn't actually the smallest one, although it's certainly small enough. Can't see which end the Allen key goes in. There we are. That's got him. We've got the bolts that go through holding the shaft, the lock nuts to lock them on. Those are the little shafts, and then the drop arms fit at 90 degrees on these shafts. So just setting up the other side with the little rocking levers. So just getting the little rocking shaft in place there. And the other one goes on the outside, facing upwards.
Yeah, expertly done. So that's page 2 finished. So we've now got to the end of page 2. We're sticking to the 060 version. There is an 262 which has a slightly different front on it. And we've put some extra grub screws into the eccentrics there. They're the same ones as do all the other arms and levers. So we're about there for this stage. We'll move on later and get on to the cylinders.